Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have the second week of my Asia trip this year to share with you in my Erin Condren. I'm using this kit from Happy Scrappy that's actually meant for the Hobonichi, but I really wanted to use it in my Erin Condren because it's so pretty, and the colors match perfectly with this kit from Little Miss Paperie, so I pulled that in as some extra functional stickers. So if you haven't already seen the vlogs, please check them out. You can see these plans or these experiences in real life, which is definitely a different experience than hearing it in my planner. I'll have it linked on the screen as well in the description, in the description bar down below. So right now I'm putting down the foundation of the spread. I'm pulling in rose gold for this week, and these rose gold foiled headers are from, well, the overlays are from Scribble Prints, no, sorry. The overlays are from Rose Colored Daze, and the glitter headers came with the Little Miss Paperie kit. I'm also putting down the date covers. These date squares actually are from Scribble Prints Co. And then for the sidebar, I decided to pull in one of the full boxes, but I wanted to decorate it a little bit, so I pulled in these 3 bows from Clever Gal Crafts because it was looking a little plain, and like if I were Sherry from Planning Peep, I would totally let her something beautiful, but I'm not there yet, so these bows will have to do. Then I'm setting up my currently sidebar, and of course accenting my spreads in my sidebar with some Simply Gilded washi as always. So this week I wrapped up my time in Guangzhou, China, and then from there we flew to Taiwan. We is my family. I went to Asia with my family this year. So on Monday, I put down this coffee sticker from Banana Doodle Shop because we stopped by Starbucks before heading out for the day. The Starbucks across from our hotel in Guangzhou had alcohol, which was really cool. I unfortunately didn't get to try it, but I do remember trying to order a mint mojito thinking it was like a virgin mint mojito in the morning, and the barista there was like, "Are you sure it has alcohol in it?" And I was like, "What?" Starbucks offering alcohol is definitely a novel concept to me. But anyway, afterwards we went to this dessert place called Uncle Fong's, which sold like like special flavored egg tarts with like passion fruit and coconut, and they also served egg puffs. That was a place that I had been wanting to try since we got there, and we were just so full every day that we didn't, so we passed by it on our way to the subway in the morning, and we decided to get some dessert. Well, it wasn't really dessert, it was just like a snack. We went to visit my mom's friend's home in Guangzhou, and they had like minions on the outside garden area, which was so cute. Then we went to eat at a restaurant called Future Daughter-in-Law. It's like a little bit, like the connotation is kind of weird in English, but it kind of makes sense in Chinese. And then we went to do some sightseeing in Guangzhou, including the library and the museum. Then in the evening, this is our last day in Guangzhou, by the way, I helped my mom wrap some gifts for her friends because we had a really big dinner with my mom's former classmates, and seriously, like, it was epic. Like, the dinner table was a huge circular dinner table with like 20 seats. The Lazy Susan was automatically revolving, which I had never seen before. I think that's so cool. And it was literally the size of our dining table at home, like dining room table at home, which our dining room table seats like 8 people. So you can imagine how huge that Lazy Susan was. So that was a great way to end our last night in Guangzhou. And then on Tuesday in the morning, we went to dim sum with some family before we left for the airport to fly to Taiwan. And when we got to the airport, we stopped by the lounge. Guangzhou Lounge is amazing. It's huge. They have really good food. Here I'm like really confused because I'm like, what did I do all day? Because we didn't get into Taipei until pretty late at night. And I'm like, oh yeah, in the morning. Oh, I use this Cheers can from my newest addiction because I bought this like Suntory alcoholic beverage, which is like white peach flavored, and I didn't want to pack it with me on my suitcase because my suitcases were already full and heavy, so I decided to sneak it into dim sum, and I called it like an Asian mimosa. Highly recommend. So if you have any questions about where any stickers are from, please ask in the comments below and I will answer you there. So I'm using this flight tracker from Press to mark our flight, and then using a heart from Clever Gal Crafts to mark that we made it to Taipei. I was so excited. This was my first time in Taiwan. I had been wanting to go for quite some time now, and it is just as amazing as I thought it would be. Like, if I were to recommend to you one city in Asia to visit, definitely Taipei, because everybody there is so open and friendly. It is like quite a modern city. Everyone is just so nice. The food is delicious. I just can't say enough good things about Taiwan. But anyway, we checked into our hotel and then we stopped by 7-Eleven again to get some food because Taiwan 7-Elevens are amazing. The next morning, we went to Din Tai Fung, which you might have heard in my previous videos because they have them here in the States too, but there's nothing like having it in the OG place, which is Taiwan. I used a cute little dumpling from Once More With Love to mark that. And then we went to Taipei 101. We stopped by the Starbucks there afterwards in the food court, which had really delicious food. The Starbucks there in Taiwan serves their own beer, which is also really cool. Like, I wish the Starbucks here did that too. I unfortunately didn't get a chance to try it because I only realized that they served beer after I had already ordered my drink. So definitely something to try next time I'm there. Then afterwards, we went shopping around Taipei, and my sister took me to the stationery store that is like the motherlode of all stationery stores. Seriously, the pen selection there is out of this world. I was in there for like an hour or two just choosing different pens. It was awesome. So to mark that, I'm using this shopping script from Scribble Prints Co. with a shopping Amy from Vanstickie. And that's basically what we did for the rest of the night, so I'm just using some washi to fill up that space there. On Tuesday, we went to a standing sushi bar. It's basically nestled in this like fish market, but it was really like modern and clean, and the fish was really fresh, super good. Afterwards, we went to the National Palace Museum, and I'm using this scroll map sticker from Paper Blush Bar to mark that. It's from her travel sheets, which are my favorite. Then, of course, I got boba because Taiwan is where boba originated, and I love boba. So I was so excited to have my first Taiwanese boba. I mean, there are boba places everywhere in Taiwan, and they're really inexpensive as well, which is awesome. I'm using my favorite boba stickers from Planning World to mark that. Then I used this full box that came in the Hobonichi kit from Happy Scrappy, and it was little, like, the pattern matched really well with that box I used on top. So to separate it out a little, I used these glitter strips from the Little Miss Paperie kit, and I did have to cut up the box to make it fit because, like I said, it's made for the Hobonichi, so some of the stickers aren't really Erin Condren sized. Here you can see like the pattern is the same as that boba box, so I decided to pull in this glitter washi from Little Miss Paperie to sort of kind of separate it out, and it also made the box a little bit bigger. I thought it looked nice. At night, we went to Shilin Night Market, which is a really famous night market in Taiwan, and I'm using some chopstick stickers to mark that from Paper and Milk. And here is like this day during the night is when I started to feel kind of sick, so I put this sick Sui from Wonton in a Million to mark that, and unfortunately it just kept going on for the rest of the trip. So basically, long story short, I got traveler's diarrhea, which I had kind of been expecting that I might get because Asia is a risk for, like, a travel risk for traveler's diarrhea, and thankfully, like, I went to my doctor who prescribed me some antibiotics beforehand, like before I left for my trip, so that in case I did get sick, I had antibiotics, which I did start on Friday evening. Get to that in a second. But Friday was like a quite touristy day. We went to a geopark in the morning, and then we went to Shifan. I'm going to be pronouncing these wrong because I don't really speak Mandarin. I'm Cantonese. But basically there we did two things. We wrote our wishes on a lantern and then set them off, which was really pretty, and then we also visited the waterfall, and afterwards I started feeling really nauseous, but we did end up going to Jofen, which is like a market, like sort of like a night market area, and it looked like they had like really good food and stuff, but unfortunately I was too sick to stomach any of it. So yeah, when I got home, I started antibiotics because I had been sick for like 2 days at that point. I was like, okay, it's time. And then in the evening for dinner, I got some really like mellow Korean soup, which I used a grin and bear it berry to mark, and then I just used this like stomach ache munchkin sitting on the toilet because like I was sick. So, it's not really glamorous, but it happens. Traveler's diarrhea, not fun. Anyway, on Saturday morning, I went out with my sister, my aunt, and my cousin, and we went and got some traditional Taiwanese breakfast, which was so yummy. And then we did some more shopping, which I used another Scribble Prints Co. script to mark. I also used this Minions like Universal Studios girl from Happy Daya because I went to like this, those, how do I explain it? You put in those coins and you twist it and you get like a little circular thing with something inside. I got a Minion and I got King Bob, and if you know me, like I'm Bob from Minions, so it was really cute. And then I did, of course, get some more boba. I got the brown sugar milk tea from this place called Bao Bao, and it was so good. I really want to get it again. Anyway, I then put down another kind of full box situation because we went back to the hotel to relax and get ready for dinner that night, which we went to this really fancy French, I believe it's French, teppanyaki place. I used these get ready stickers from Paper and Milk to mark that. And we had dinner with some, let's just call them VIPs. So yeah, it was like a really fancy teppanyaki dinner. They were both doctors, so I was like, hey, I'm on antibiotics. Can I have some wine, even though I'm on antibiotics? And they're like, yeah, you can totally have wine. So, of course, I'm using wine to mark the dinner with a bow from Clever Gal Crafts. And then in the evening, to fill up that little sliver of space, I'm just putting some foiled overlay headers from Rose Colored Daze. Sunday was unfortunately our last day in Taiwan. In the morning, we actually went to this bakery that sells really yummy green onion nougat cookies. It sounds weird, but it's really delicious. It's my favorite snack from Taiwan, and unfortunately they were closed because it was like the Mid-Autumn Festival in Asia around this time, so I was really, really sad about that, but it's okay because my sister goes to Taiwan like every year, so she always brings those back anyway. It's fine. But I did use this No Munchkin from What's More With Love. But then we went back to the hotel to pack our bags, and then we went to get some Korean food nearby, which was really, really yummy. Like, Taiwan has really good food, I'm telling you. Then I got my last boba before we left for the airport. Then, of course, at the airport, we went to the lounge to grab some food before we went on our flight back to Taiwan. And because of the time difference, we actually got back into San Francisco on Sunday night. And my sister's boyfriend picked us up, and he brought mango sago, which is like a really yummy dessert drink. And I was so happy about it because, we had just gotten off this long flight. It was quite exhausting. I didn't eat too much because I didn't want to have another diarrhea situation on the plane, you know what I'm saying? Thankfully, nothing happened. Thank you, antibiotics. Highly recommend. And then we were home from 2 weeks in Asia. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to check out the vlogs if you want to see what happened in real life. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.